Today I'm going to be doing a tier list on all the Chapter 5 items that came out. I know it's a bit late, but here we are. Starting off with Warforged AR. In my opinion, this weapon is actually OP, but there is a better version, so we'll save that till later. But this thing has not a ton of recoil for the amount of ammo and speed that it fires at, so it's going to decent. Next up, we have the Huntress AR. Ooh, this is a tough one. Between either trash and because you have... Why have a fucking DMR when you can just get a sniper? It just seems a bit pointless. It is going to trash. Because there is better options, like you can literally customize yourself a sniper and turn it into your own version of a DMR and it do more damage. Next up we have the Banana of Gods. This is a mythic item, so I'm going to put it in meh. Just because it's unlikely you're going to get the chance to be able to stack more than one, really. Yes, I know it increases your speed and jumping, but that also depends on... That also runs out on stamina, so it doesn't really run fast. It doesn't really improve your speed when you're just regularly running. So, and then you could... I'd rather carry 3 medkits, because then I'm healing up to 100 health 3 times versus just one. I mean, it's a good getaway item, but there is better health items out there. Next up we have the Chains of Hades. I'm gonna put these in meh, just because I like them. However, you're not gonna use this often, really, are you? It's not an item you're gonna pick up and go, yeah, I'm gonna drop my my sniper for this, because you're probably more likely to carry a shotgun or SMG. But if you can hit those Drake-ass combos with its length and its width, you can really do some damage. Next up, we have the drum gun, which I am putting in decent. I mean, it's just a drum gun's always been good, and I can't not put the drum gun in decent. However, I don't think it's not as good as it once was back in the older chapters, though. So it's just gonna go in decent. Next up, we have the Gatekeeper shotgun. Oh, this is a tough one because I prefer an auto and hammer pump over this. So I think it's an alright weapon. I do think it's alright, but there are betters out there. So it's gonna have to go in meh for me. Obviously the hand cannon is obviously going in decent. Like, it is one of the funnest guns to play with. Like, that sounds a bit... Anyway, like, just when you hit that headshot, it's just like... cut that bit out, but it's just so nice because it does good damage. It even does alright damage to the body, but when you hit a headshot, you're using it like a sniper, but it's literally a pistol, and it's insane. The amount of damage a pistol can do to the head, crazy. Next up, we have the Shield Bubble Junior. I'm gonna put this in only because it would be in trash, but I think it can be quite useful in no build. Yeah. However, it is basically useless in regular game modes, just because it kind of allows your opponent to get very close to you if you use it, though. I mean, you can always walk in and out of it, but like when the opponent's in the bubble with you, there's not really much space to do anything, and then you're out of the bubble and it's just basically useless. So it's going in. I don't need this item. Next up, we have the wings. Definitely in... I'm going to put them in OP. Just because you can basically soar across the entire map with them. I tell you what, I haven't had them in a while, though, so I don't know if they've removed them or not. But you could literally fly for ages, and if you manage to get away, ain't no one catching you unless they have their own wings. Like, the only downfall is that there is a limit on flight. A limit. We do not like limits. They're burning away. Next up, we have the Harbingers SMG. I'm going to put this in meh, because I would rather have the Warforged AR as a second up weapon to my shotgun than I would the SMG, just because it is basically an AR SMG in one. Or you can even have the drum gun. So and then there's also the... You know what, I'm going to put it in just because there are like 4 items that you could use instead of this SMG. Like, it's basically pointless. next up we do have Zeus's Thunderbolt. Right, this is gonna go right in the middle of meh. Just because obviously you hit someone with it, you hit your 240s with the little mini bolts, and then you hit the big boom daddy hit. But you are completely exposed. You are like it is like when you're trying to get changed at the beach, and you've only got a dowel. If that dowel falls down, you are completely exposed. Right. Next we have the mythics. Right, the real mythics. The big boys. Starting off with the Harbinger SMG mythic. This is definitely going to go indecent for me because it is a cracked version of an SMG that was just worse than its competitors, but now there is a buffed version that these don't have. So it's better than the other SMGs, and it's better than. The only problem with it is it doesn't have much range, but a mythic version of most things is going to beat a lot of just common items. Next up we have the Forger AR mythic. This is the best mythic in the game. It is literally just a cracked version of the regular Forged AR. Like, what more could you want? You're just railing kids even more than they were getting railed before. Next up we have the Zeus Huntress DMR. This can go in meh. I don't know. I don't know whether I like the thermal scope. I mean, it is quite useful though. If you're, I'm gonna put it in meh because it's easier to spot people with the thermal. If you're blind, like Toph, fuck, she can't even use it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in meh just because it's just a bit average really, but it does good damage if you hit someone. Right, we have the Cyberus Gatekeeper shotgun. It's gonna go in OP just because it's just a cracked version of the other one, and it is now officially in this state better than the other shotguns in the game. Except maybe a legendary auto. Any problem with this? Oh, this is a tough choice. No, I'm just going to put it in there. Just because it is. I'm not moving it. It's staying on top because it is the best shotgun in the game. So, right, next we have Midas's drum gun. This is a tough choice. It's going in OP. I've got quite a lot in OP. This is not good. But they are mythic, so it makes sense. And you got the flappy wings because wings are just wings. Like, who doesn't want to fly? Yeah, Midas's drum gun. It's just a cracked version of the normal drum gun. Said it before, I haven't got the right image, but drum gun has always been absolutely lush to lose. It's like when you dip your slim chicken tender into your favourite sauce. It's so good and juicy. Off topic, but yeah, the drum gun is going to stay in OP. However, I'm going to move something. I'm going to move something down. Move the Drakehouse chain down. Just because I've got a reason with people. Who is going to use the Drakehouse chain? Who's going to choose it over any of this stuff, really, are you? And the banana can... banana can stay there. You can go there. We're doing this in order. There we go. Right. And we've only got one absolutely trash weapon that I despise. That can just get out of here. We don't need you. Your mythic's meh. It's just what it is. And that's going to conclude the tier list. There we go. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I mean, if you've made it this far, you might as well just like, subscribe. Just one of them at least, please. Thank you. Goodbye.